Sushil Thakur, computer teacher of Monastic Secondary English Boarding School. I welcome all of you online classes organized by Monastic School. Today I am in next part. Today present here next part of the QBASIC programming, that how to write the program. How to write the QBASIC program. The previous part, first part, I have discussed some of the statements. CLS, rem, let, print, end. But how to use that now? How to use that statements? And beginning first part I have also discussed. There are three basic structures: sequential, selection, and looping. Then this part I am going to discuss how to write the sequential program. Here is, see, one question I have written. We have to calculate sum and difference of any two numbers by assigning value. By assigning value, there's two ways we can write the program: by assigning value and by asking value. But this is the beginners. This is for the starting. That's why I have written here by assigning value. But program in examination hall, you have not to write the program by assigning the value. There you will write the program by asking value. By asking value, because of there will not be mentioned your value. This, for example, that's why I have written here assigning value, and some of the value stored in the variable a, b. But examination, in question there will not be given the value. That's why there will not use the assigning value. So how to write the program? Let's see. Their principle. You have to follow the principle of computer, which is given by the Charles Babbage. Charles Babbage given three concepts, that is IPO. One more is storage, but almost considered IPO. Input, processing, output. All of you have this idea. If you are the computer student, all of you are the computer students. So you have the idea about IPO cycle. Computer definition also saying that computer is an electronic device that works in IPO cycle. This IPO cycle concept given by the Charles Babbage, and due to that Charles Babbage is popular one. Due to this principle, Charles Babbage is known as father of computer science. So you will follow this concept, basic concept: input, processing, and output. So here, to calculate any of the problem, to solve any of the problem, it needs first value. The here value, the value basic needs, that is value is the basic needs. So here 50 and 20 are the input. First input, then processing, then output. So here A is equal to 50, B is equal to 20 are the value, means input. S is equal to A plus B, D is equal to A minus B. These are the expression. These are the processing, not expression. These are the processing. And after that it will produce the result. So result is S and D. So here these two lines working as a input, these two lines are working as a processing, these two lines are working as a result output. So how to write the sequential program? By following the input, processing, and output. And you can see here, while you execute means after that program runs with F5 key. So while you press F5 keys, otherwise from the menu, run menu, you will execute the program. Then it will compile internally. It will compile internally. So both F5 means both compile and run. While you press F5 key after writing the program, that will first it will compile, and after that execute the result, that is on the output window that will display result. So first it will compile. What does compile means? The process of converting the codes, high level language code. These are the program written in the high level language. These are the codes written in high level language. And after compilation, that will execute, that will convert into the binary code, machine code, and it will check the errors, it will filter the errors. If that program is error free, then it will produce the result, that is output. So F5 will press F5 key, then first it will compile. After compilation, if there is no error, then it will produce the result. So these are the process. While it will compile, while it will execute, each line will read one by one. First it will read CLS, thereafter RAM, thereafter let A is equal to 50, let B is equal to 50, after that it will calculate sum, after that it will calculate difference, after that separate two output will display into lines. So see here, sequential means beginning I told you, which will work in the order, sequential order. So it will not jump the lines, it will continue work 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. After that it will produce the result, that's it is called the sequential storage device. Let's see another example one. Let's see, we have seen one example there. One more example, see how to write the sequential program. See here, first alias, this is also not compulsory, RAM, program to calculate area of a square. Then now I told you before that we have to consider about input processing and output. Then here the problem is area of a square. Then how to calculate the area of a square? Here needs the length, means sides. For to calculate the area of a square, it needs the sides, means the length. Then assigning value we have. So let L is equal to 50. Now processing. Beginning I told you let is the optional statement. So A is equal to L into L, otherwise L carry 2. This is the system in writing QBASIC squared. So L squared, otherwise you can write L into L. Same thing is L carry 2 means L squared, otherwise L into L, anyone. You can use any one. After the result, print area of a square is equal to A. Why A? Because result is stored in A. Process result is stored in A. So A. Only you can write. If you don't like to write the comments prompt, then print A. Direct you can write print A. Now Program will terminate with end statement that you have seen beginning. Program terminate statement is end statement. So this is the process. CLS, RAM, thereafter value, thereafter processing, thereafter output, thereafter at last end. Suppose next question is calculate simple interest. To calculate simple interest, then how to calculate the simple interest? What are the input requirement for the simple interest? Then you have to go behind the formula. See here, what is I is equal to, otherwise SI is equal to P into T into R by 100. This is the formula. In which, according to this question, what is the requirement? Principal, time and rate. Principal, time and rate. So here, instead of here remarks you will write program to calculate simple interest, then 3 value, let P is equal to their value, let T is equal to their value, let R is equal to their value. After that formula, I is equal to P into T into R. After that print I. So in this way, any of sequential program you can write in this way by using the following steps: input, processing and output. Now let's go in the next control, next structure. You can do this program assigning value. Instead of let statement, you can use read data statement also, because read and data statements are also the assignment statement. Instead of assigning the value with let statement, instead of let statement, you can use read data statement also. So these are working together. Always read data statement working together, because read can't work without data, data statement can't work without read statements. So both are using always together. Read data statement is used to assign list of data items, means many data. See here we are using separate. Let A is equal to this, let B is equal to this, let C is equal to this. Just like simple interest, then you have seen separate P, T, R, 3 lines. So that we can mention in within 2 lines only. Used to assign the list of items to separate variable, means separate variable. That variable will write together. Syntax is here. Read variable list. Variable list means more than one variable we can use together. After that, statements means what is the work, what are the work, that we will do here, block of statements. After that, data separate according to respective variable. According to respective variable, what is the first variable? According to that, data items will mention. Suppose PTR, the 3 lines we can work together. Read P, T, R. And their data, first principal, thereafter time, thereafter rate according to the respective variables. See here, example, we have to calculate simple interest by assuming value using read data statement. Assuming value means what? Assigning value. There assigning value I have seen you with let statement also, but here using read data statement for assigning the value. Simple interest, 3 variable requires P, T and R. Then here separate given P, T, R, and their respective value given here in data items. Means first given 5000, it means this is P. Second given T, it means 5 is T. Second is R rate, it means 6 is rate. In the similarly, respectively, according to the variable, we have to mention the value, their and while you will execute the program, then it will read separate P5000 T5 R6 and it will calculate PTR. Means multiply all PTR, principal time and rate, that will divide by 100. After that it will produce the result I, because value here stored in I. So see, instead of 3 lines, separate lines, only 3 lines, then you can write here, let P is equal to 5000, let T is equal to 5, let R is equal to 6. But there may be the many lines, no? Calculate the average value of 10 different items. Suppose question is calculate the average value of 10 ages, 10 students. Then 10 times let A is equal to, let B is equal to, let C is equal to, let D is equal to, this like 10 times, no? Then, so in that situation there is suitable is read and data statements. That is, first read, this will read, second T will read, next R will read. So in this many of the examples you can write together or separate. Either you can do the program with read data statement, otherwise let statement, which is the sequential structure. Now next we will discuss about the selection structure. Sorry, input statements. Same thing you can do with input statement also, because beginning I told you in question value will not be mentioned. In question length, breadth will not be given, principal time will not be given. Maybe if given, then you will use the assignment statement, either let or read, but almost there will not be given the value according to the program. So in that cases you have to use the input statement. Means input statement will ask the value. Assigning value and asking value, this is the different. Assigning value, you have to fix the value at the time of design. When you will design the program, that time you have to fix the value. It means you will fix the value, then how many times you will execute the run program. Same program will execute different time, then same output will display there. So that means not the program. No, program is what? Once you will design, then that will runs, that will execute several times. So writing program is better way using the input statement instead of assigning the value. So what does it do? What does input statement do? So input statement will ask the value at the time of program execution. Means when we will execute the program, that time we will ask the value of the variable, and that value can store to the respective variables, and that value entered by the programmer from the keyboard while execute the program. Design time you have seen, by assigning value you have seen, value was assigned at the beginning while designing the program. But in this, when we run the program, then value will ask, that is, input statement allow the user to enter the value from keyboard. I mean design time also you can use the value from the keyboard, but it will ask at the time of program execution. It will produce the question marks. So when you run, then there will be the question mark, and it means here we have to enter the value from the keyboard according to the respective variable. Which types of variable as mentioned in program, according to that we will enter the value here, either numeric or a string. So how to use share syntax? Input prompts. Prompt means here question. What you will enter, what you will ask, that prompt should be mentioned here, comment should be mentioned in double quotation mark. That is compulsory. RAM statement, I told you double quotation mark is not compulsory, but here double quotation mark is compulsory for the prompt. RAM statement was non-executable statement, that's why I told you there is not compulsory, but here is compulsory. Prompt is compulsory. Everywhere prompt is double quotation mark is compulsory for the prompts. So first input, then prompts, then variable list. It means together we can use more than one variable. Together single variable also, otherwise more than one variables we can use together here. Suppose length breadth both, then L comma B. So here how to use? Here only given input L. The only input L means here just it will display question mark. There are three examples. Here three example is here input L, input enter the length of L, and input enter name. Three examples are there. In first example input L, then there will only prompt the question mark. Then see here string, then also question mark. Numbers, then also question mark. Numeric variable, then also question mark. String variable, then also question mark. Then what to enter there? There will be the problem what to enter there. Numeric value or string variable. So according to me this is not the method. According to me this is not the method, because input L also then question mark, input N dollar then also question mark, then what value, which types of value use, either numeric or string. So better use the prompt beginning. I told you first part, I told you program should be well commented so everyone can understand easily. So here this is the best method. Input enter length. You want to more clear length of what? You can write enter the length of rectangle, enter the breadth of rectangle. So this is the method. Same as an input enter name. Then it will prompt there. When you will execute the program, then it will prompt there, question there, enter name, then question mark. Enter length, then question mark. See here. Enter length, then there will be the question mark. So it's very clear now. While you use their input L, then only there will be the question mark. But input here, enter length, then question mark. That is clear now. What to do? Everyone can say that enter length, length should be number. Length should be number. So everybody knows that this length is given in number. So this is the method. Instead of writing this. So instead of writing this is the method. As a good programmer, as a good program should be well commented. So input enter length, then question mark. Now how to use the program using the input statements. So let's see next example. Previous two example you have seen using assigning value. Here question written asking value. But I told you in question there will not be given the value. So here only given we have to calculate area of rectangle. It means area of rectangle what? It needs the length and breadth. Formula is A is equal to L into B. The L and B see not given here. Length and breadth not given here in question. It means we have to ask the value of length and breadth. How? See here. CLS program to calculate area of rectangle. This is the good method. Now input processing. So input what needs? Length, breadth. So input enter length, input enter breadth, L and B. Now their processing, calculation, both would multiply because formula is A is equal to L into B. A is equal to L into B when both should be multiplied. So their value enter L and B. Now A is equal to L into B. Both value after calculation, their product result will store in A. Now after that processing, print area of rectangle, so it will produce the result in output window. On the output window, that is print area of rectangle, there will be the prompt area of rectangle, thereafter their value. So according to L and B, what is the value you will give in L, what will the value you will give in B, both will multiply and that will store in A. After that it will produce the result, that is A. A means it will not print A, it will print their value, it will print their result. Variable store the value, so that will be to print their value. See next example. We can see next example. Now let's see another example. By asking value, another example. I am writing here question. We have to calculate area of circle. Question is, we have to calculate area of circle by asking value, means by using input statement. Asking value means by using input statements. Now let us see here, what is the formula? What is the formula of area of circle? So A is equal to pi r squared. While you read the programming, then you will know, you will have the knowledge about the mathematics also. Small simple mathematics also you learn in QBASIC. So area of circle, we have the question area of circle. So what is the first, you have to know what is the formula, how to calculate the area of circle. So formula is here, A is equal to pi r squared. I have written here P. According to mathematics, formula is this, pi r squared. Pi r squared. But beginning I told you variable are not allowed as a symbol. Special characters are not using as a variable. Formula is this, pi r squared. R radius and pi. But formula variable symbol will not use as a variable, so I have written here word variable P. You can write anything. Variable you can use anything. So instead of symbol I have written here P, because symbol is not used as a variable. Now it needs the value of P and R. Here I have written asking value, means using the input statements. Even we are knowing that pi value is constant. Pi value is always constant. So let us assign the value of P. Value of pi 1416. It doesn't, you can use 22/7 also. You are writing the program by asking value, it doesn't mean that you can't use late. Any of the statement you can use anywhere according to their required, according to their desired, you can use any of the statement anywhere. So by asking value, we are writing the program, then it will not use late statement, that is not. We can use. Otherwise, I told you in beginning, late is the optional. Direct you can use P is equal to 3.1416. Now, value of R, input, enter a radius. r. Value of enter the radius r. Variable separator is semicolon or comma. Semicolon or comma, both we can use for the separator of variable. Anywhere you can use both semicolon or comma for the separator of variable. Now processing formula. I told you in beginning, instead of symbol I have mentioned here P. So P into, this is the sign of into. In computer, asterisk sign is used as a into, multiply. R caret 2 means R square 2, otherwise R into R. Now print area of circle is equal to semicolon, variable separator. Now value stored in A, this processing stored in A, that's way A. After the rules is end. See here also, these are the value, this is the processing, this is output, this is end, program terminated. In this way, any of the program you can write according to question in sequential structure. So up to now what we have seen, all are the example of sequential structure. First program by assigning value we have seen, two programs we have seen this by asking value. These all are the example of the sequential programming, sequential structure. So today you have seen how to write the program. In this session you have seen this part, you have seen how to use the program, how to write the sequential programming. Now in this way, next part we will discuss selection structure with the new view, in the new topics. Next part will come selection structure, is how to write program using the condition if then else, and multiple level if then else. So that is next part. Today this much. Thank you everyone.